Good morning from my end, Mazi Solomon.
Yeah, thank you so much. Good morning, good evening from my end. It's already night. It's getting to midnight. It's just 11:33 p.m. So we are here in BTV. You are welcome into this live edition of BTV. Today is 20th of December 2020. So we are here live this evening. So please join us and share the program. My name is Solomon Peter. I bring greeting to all Biafran all over the world, lovers of freedoms, lovers of Mazin Nnamdi Kanu and the haters of Mazin Nnamdi Kanu. Greeting to you. Thank you for joining us in this edition. And we are here. It's going to be a very short video. We are not going to stay for hours, but because we have work in our hand in this season, so we are not relenting and we are not sleeping. We are too much awake. Mazin Nnamdi Kanu will always say that we are born for this reason. So we are alive today for this reason. Because of a time like this, that is why we are here. Mordecai said to Esther that this could be the reason why you are found in the palace at this time. And it is true that when certain things happen, it could be for the reason why some people were born. So this evening, we are continue our analysis and the agitations as things unfolding, as things are unfolding as regard to the launching of ESN, which has come to stay, the Eastern Region Security Network. So we are on the issue of Uwazurike for the new video that we saw him in the BBC and also the video he did in his house. So that's why we are here this evening, because we are going to come back tomorrow in the full analysis of that very video. But there is one little thing I want to say to Biafran here, that Uwazurike is coming more clearer. Now, in the video that he did to his house, where he's feeling very fresh, that Uchemofo called him on phone. Uchemofo was the ex-deputy leader of indigenous people of Biafra. Whether he will become the deputy tomorrow, he will come back to his position tomorrow, or he will never, we don't know. But for now, according to the memo we receive online here, that his office has been abolished and he has been suspended. So we know that Uchemofo have served us in IPOP in the capacity of deputy. We cannot deny the effort that Uchemofo made and the contribution that Uchemofo made in IPOP, because there is no contributions and there is no effort that is neglected as long as this struggle is concerned. In this place where we live today, in this earth, in this planet Earth, there is people who were here 100 years ago, but they did their best and then they left. They closed their eyes on death. They closed their eyes, and they are no more here today. Then we that are available, we that are here alive today, has to continue from where they stop. And so many people like Uchemofo have also served IPOB in different capacities. Somebody like Clifford Iruanya, Umiomio, and Barrister Imam Mezu. All these people have one time served us and made a contribution to this very movement. But today, they are no more, and the other people are acting in their place. Other people are also working in their place or have occupied their office. So there will always be people, like God promised to David, that he will always find a man in his position. So we appreciate all our people who have served us in past. And we also, at this moment, understand their stand and also understand our difference with them at this very moment. But all things being equal, Uwazurike did a video stating that Uchemofo, who have served in the capacity of deputy leader of indigenous people of Biafra, contacted him on phone. The reason for that contact, we don't know, but it's best known to Mazi Uchemofo. But I'm looking at, because what was discussed and the activities in that contact was not made public. But Uwazurike come to let us know that actually something like that happened. So, and I believe he might have confined with Uchemofo. Will he interest him to let the public know that he contacted him? Uchemofo might have agreed to that. And if such thing did not happen, it's still okay that he come to let us know that Uchemofo contacted him. And whatever they discussed is still private. But there is something that Uwazurike made to be very clear in that his video. He told his story, but we are going to come in the full analysis of that very video. We are not against our people, and we are not fighting against our people. But we are also resisting our people who are trying everything possible just because of their personal problem to dismantle our collective effort. And that is the reason everybody was on the media insulting and calling Uwazurike, because he is neglecting our position as Biafran because of the personal issue that he has with Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu.
Mazi, will you permit me to play the video briefly? Will you permit me to give a little clip of that video?
I think I'm explaining the video. Let me land, then if you can play the video, you can go on.
Thank you very much.
So now we are only resisting anybody who is coming to underestimate or coming to look down on our efforts as Biafrans who has assembled all over the world. Nnamdi Kanu is somebody's brother. Nnamdi Kanu is somebody's sister. Nnamdi Kanu is somebody's husband. Nnamdi Kanu is somebody's cousin. Nnamdi Kanu is somebody's father. Nnamdi Kanu can have problem with his son. Nnamdi Kanu can have problem with his wife. Nnamdi Kanu can have problem with his brother. Nnamdi Kanu can have problem with his sister. But all this problem, even with his friend, he can have some personal problem with his friends. But when it comes to the struggle, nobody is allowed or permitted to use his personal problem with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to underrate the effort, the collective effort of the millions of Biafrans all over the world. If you have a personal problem with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, that should not make you to generalize your problem to the effort of the Biafran all over the world. In the statement of Uwazurike, Uwazurike stated that Uchemofo called him, but he did not know Uchemofo from anywhere. And he stated very, very clear, because it is very good that a time will come in your life as a man, you can be able to tell truth. You can be able to say truth. So because when you said, when you go to doctor will ask you how you are feeling, or how you are feeling, and where you are feeling the pain. That is from where the doctor can start diagnosing. So Uwazurike told us in that video that he does not have problem with IPOB, and he does not have any problem with Uchemofo, who contacted him. So the reason for Uchemofo contacting Uwazurike should not be the problem that Uchemofo has with Uwazurike. It should be something that is personal to Uchemofo for contacting Uwazurike. Uwazurike stated that the only reason, the only person he has problem with, he has a personal problem with, is Mazi Onyendu Nnamdi Kanu, who is our leader today, the leader of indigenous people of Biafra, not by election, but by identification. We identified him as a leader because the action and the stand that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu took for our people make us to identify him as a leader. His action makes us to identify him as a leader. The sacrifice that he was able to make us to identify him as a leader. And we trust him. But that does not mean that he does not have personal problems with his friends, or personal problems with his brothers or with his sisters, because he's a human being. He should have problems. I have problems with some people. I have difference with some people. So now we understood that Uwazurike is coming clearly that he does not have problem with IPOP, and he does not have any problem with Uchemofo that contacted him. That the only person he has his personal problem with is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. So now it's easier for us. And Uwazurike also make it very clearly that the problem he has with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu collected his wife, or because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu actually took something that is very special to Uwazurike. But Uwazurike, because why we are stating this thing is because we are putting it on record that Uwazurike will come back tomorrow and started telling us what he told us on that video, that is his personal problem with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, is because he said that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu borioshi. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu borie bubo no je correct a bribe. No collect a bribe naka the government in Nigeria. No his problem with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu used the radio habidol under Masop I know why I speak our dialect, and I will still translate a bit in the broken English. Ọ sị na Maazị Nnamdi Kanu boro ya ebubo n'ọnya ka ya ji wee nwee this personal problem with Maazị Nnamdi Kanu. That's why he has this personal problem with Maazị Nnamdi Kanu. And now we are going to analyze that that we are just letting you know what will be happening between now and tomorrow. So now it is our responsibility now to find out if really what Uwazurike claimed to be an allegation, whether if it is allegation or real. So these are the responsibility of Biafrans. So don't miss this target, and don't jump into conclusion. You are going to make your investigation. Make investigation. Make sure that as you are coming back, as you are going to call this program from tomorrow, you will be speaking from a fact. You will be making your presentation with facts and figure about what Uwazurike claimed to have been allegation from Maazị Nnamdi Kanu about collecting money from Nigeria to sell out the struggle. And another thing again that Uwazurike made open and very, very clear in his comment is that Maazị Onyendu, that this personal problem that he has with Maazị Onyendu is about the allegation Maazị made. Then also you are going to investigate, as you are investigating if the allegation is true or false. You are also going to investigate again how many number of allegations has Uwazurike made to Maazị Nnamdi Kanu. Because this is our problem. We cannot shy away from it. I said I live in the Western world here. They live with the people. They are happy with the people of their family that are disabled. Even some people who got mad people in their family, they still protect the interest of the mad people they have in their family. We are not leaving any of our own behind. So even at this time, as it's important for any of our own not to castigate what IPOP is doing, it's also very important that IPOP should not castigate what any other of our people are doing. That is also good for our people. So as it stands today, you are going to investigate the allegation. How many number of allegations has Uwazurike laid to Maazị Nnamdi Kanu? And Uwazurike mentioned to us that Maazị Nnamdi Kanu laid an allegation of collecting money to sell out the struggle. That is the problem he has with Maazị Nnamdi Kanu. That his problem is not about the security that we, the IPOP, Nnamdi Kanu as our leader, set up. So he's coming out clearly that his problem is because of the allegation that Maazị put on him. And we are going to investigate it. Get yourself prepared. Make research on this. Maazị Alema, our leader. Maazị Alema, our leader. Ebubo ka o boro Uwazurike. Ebubo ka o boro ya ka o nwere etu aka si wee fee n'aka. Is there any way something happened? Is there any way? Is there any element of evidence that can point out that really what our leader, Maazị Nnamdi Kanu, said is truth about Uwazurike? And you're also going to find out how many allegations has Uwazurike laid on Maazị Nnamdi Kanu. Then we will take it off from there. This is our problem, and we must solve it. So that if some people today who are in our society, if they are disabled people and if they are mad people, then it's our responsibility also to accommodate them and take care of them. It's very, very important. It doesn't, we should not begin to discuss how we can take care of such responsibilities. But it's very, very important that if we make our fact finding, so many of us need to go back to the broadcast of Mazi and bring it forward. The past broadcast of Mazi, I lost my computer, but I have a lot of them, but my hard drive crashed. There is a particular broadcast that I was asking Mazi Pat this night. The interview that was granted to Mazi Onyendu, Nnamdi Kanu, interview that was granted to him when the interviewer asked him about Uwazurike.
It was on, I think it's on BBC. On BBC.
On BBC or what? I don't think so. It's on BBC. I have it in my computer, but I'm going to bring it out. When he was asked about Uwazurike, he actually praised Uwazurike for his courage, to have come out in the first place for this agitation. He recognized the effort that Uwazurike put in the place from the starting of this new era of struggle for Biafra. He acknowledged it, and he made a statement there and said that a special place shall be reserved for him as long as Biafra is concerned. That a special place will be reserved for him for having made that effort from the first place. So Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is very, very careful over the contribution that people have made in this very struggle. Despite that today, that some people who made the contributions might not be agreeing with us 100%, or might not be with us by now, but that very particular contribution they made at a particular time, even Uchemofo, even Omiomio, even Asri Dokubo, even all the contribution they have made with a genuine mind and genuine heart, before whatever thing that happened that is maybe personal or maybe against the movement, their contribution, our people will never forget it. Our people will never forget it. We will always appreciate that very contribution, because their contribution at that time might be among the things that get us to where we are today. So it shall not be forgotten. And by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu making that comment in that video shows that whatever things personally has with Uwazurike does not deny the position of the contribution that Uwazurike has made in the past. And these are very, very important. So as tomorrow comes, we are going to give a full analysis of that very two video, one from BBC London, BBC Igbo, which we know that no Ijiji Kahabo, you know. So we are going to analyze it. Now we are going to analyze in full what Uwazurike said about the offer that was given to him from Umbri, and the comment of the comment that he says that our spring leader Dim Odumoko Juku, may his soul rest in perfect peace, made. So we are going to analyze those things, and we are going to analyze also the comment he made about the offer going back to Anambra, or giving an Anambra person the offer. We are going to analyze those things, because Uwazurike, you will also understand that you shouldn't be looking at us as kids. You are talking to men. If you can take your eyes back to when you started this struggle, you are almost in our age. So there is nothing different. You started it when you are a young man. That is 21 years ago. If I'm quoting right, 21 years ago, you were a young man. So there is nothing that will make you to think that you at that very time that you feel that you are smart. There's nothing that will make you that we who are in the same age at this time that we are not smart enough. We are also very smart and could also be even more smarter than you as of that time. So don't face us. It's not good for you to look at us and you talk to us as if you are talking to children or you know. I don't think it's the right way to go on my own, but I will analyze through my analysis by tomorrow. I will also offer my advice because we are here to move Biafrans forward. Nothing will hold us back. We are here to ensure that anything that is needed to anything that we need to do as to make Biafran come, that we will do it. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, I quote, will always say that he's ready to sacrifice anything as to make Biafran to come. And we all are born by that his courage. We are that word of his give birth to so many of us who are coming out for this struggle for Biafran, that we are ready to give whatever that it will take, to do whatever that it will take to make sure that Biafra come. And we are not relenting. And Uwazurike, if you are not seeing this determination, that means that something is totally wrong. But since you have come out that this problem is personal between you and the Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, we are going to set the first threat. So you will stop attacking IPOP. You must, from this moment, after what you have said and after the analysis that we are going to give, you must cease from attacking IPOP. You must cease from attacking the effort that our people are making, the energy that our people are putting into IPOP. You must cease from attacking us. So your problem must go underground as a personal problem, that a personal problem with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. It shouldn't be coming on the surface, because most of the things that you have come to say all these days is attacking us, telling us that most of us look at men in their 50s, men in their 50s, in their early and late 50s, who are working hard to organize our people in a way of self-defense, and you are calling them Umuaka boys. That is an insult. Every time people will just look at us and they will look at us like Uwazurike. Oh my God, I don't want to go this way. Every time people will just look at us, when they see us, they see like people whose brain is not functioning. And we are here handling things in a very big capacities. Intelligence that even the white people that brought you the education that you are using to jump up and down, they commend us. You know, we are here captains of industries doing exploit, full of knowledge, full of technologies. And somebody will just looked at us because the struggle of Biafra is concerned, and we said, Umuaka gathers all these small boys. Hi, it's not good, because there is age that a man should reach, even if you senior that man, because respect is a reciprocal. Respect is like you respect somebody, and somebody will respect you back. So you cannot come here and you look at men in their 60s, men in their late 60s, men in their earlier 60s, in the earlier 50s, men at 40, and you looked at them and you are calling them boys. They have overgrown boys, my dear. You shouldn't be doing that. And if you see men like us, if you see men in their men troop out to do something, you should not underestimate them for anything. You will try to find out what actually are they doing. Don't just look at them and you fail because you senior them with 1 year or you senior them with 2 years. Then you look at men and you say boys. It's not fair. It's not fair. So we are here to make sure that we keep history straight. We are not diverting. So from this moment after our analysis tomorrow, we will suggest to you, Uwazurike, from henceforth, cease from attacking IPOP. IPOP, Mazi Onyendu Nnamdi Kanu is our leader today. We took him as leader. We took him as our leader. We identify with him as our leader. So, and that is our choice. So that choice of ours must be respected fully. It doesn't matter the Ofoiji. It doesn't matter the Echichi Echiligi. The choice of men like us must be fully respected. It doesn't matter your difference with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, but as long as we make the choice for him to be our leader at this very moment, you must bow to that choice 100%. Then anywhere you jam him, or any day, anywhere, anytime he will have the opportunity to call you like as Uchemofo called you, then discuss your personal issues. But the one you made open, we are going to investigate it. So that is what's going to happen. And Biafrans, I've given you what you go and do the research for. If we did not get it right by tomorrow, we will continue making research until Anya find out ebe mmiri si wee baa n'ofu gbọgụrụ, ebe aka si wee fee aka. If the allegation is right, we will begin to call Uwazurike for clarification with facts. You must make your research with facts, or else you remain silent. Now, it's not about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to come and defend this allegation. No, it's for us, it's our responsibility to find out, because we are all men. We will find out if Uwazurike name was called wrongly, or there is any, because there is no smoke without fire. If we find out, I'm not concluding because I'm going into research. I'm going into research this night, and we will come back with facts and figure. If many Biafran comes out to bring out this fact that this is the way it happens, that no aka, then at that point, Uwazurike, we should start calling Uwazurike for clarification. But at this moment, we must go and research. We must go and investigate. Don't just come out to speak because you hate Uwazurike. No, it is time to find out the facts. It is time to come out with naked truth, so that we start calling Uwazurike for clarification. And we will also deal with, you will also go and make research how many accusations or allegations has Uwazurike make to our leader. And there is something our leader says about Uwazurike, though he didn't mention it, that Uwazurike kidnapped him. We are going to come out with these facts. We are going to research in this line. But from now, we will advise Uwazurike. You have already said that you don't have problem with us. because you said you don't have problem with Ushemofo that called you, and you don't have problem with IPOP. Please, from this moment, we want you to cease your attack on IPOP while we continue to ratify and investigate the personal problem that you have with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Mazi Pat, on this note, would you mind playing the video of Uwazurike?
Yes, I know that the video is in circulation. It's everywhere. A lot of people have seen it. But it's also good that we play it here so that by the time we call, a lot of people are saying, no, Uwazurike is not our problem. Uwazurike, we have passed that stage. Uwazurike is irrelevant, you know. But unfortunately, our people don't understand that. That is why it is our duty in the press, especially when it has to do with this struggle, to bring those issues that you don't take of importance. Those issues you see that doesn't matter to us, they matter so much. And if anybody come out to say anything against our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu or about our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, it is also our duty to debunk, to accept wherever we must have gone wrong and make correction. So anybody who is telling me that Uwazurike is not irrelevant and you don't want to follow this program, you are free to move to another where irrelevant things are talked about. But as far as I'm concerned, Uwazurike have raised an issue of great concern, and it is our duty to analyze them. So, but if the analysis here doesn't go well with you, you have the right to change page and look for somewhere else where more important issues of your concern are discussed. But it is our duty to bring to attention of Biafrans some of the things that Uwazurike said that are laughable things, that they have even they are beginning to turn Biafra into Nigeria, where you now have Anna hand is your fall from one state to another, chefuzie ihe a na-eme dị ihe mmụọ, that you can give a mantle to somebody, but God can choose. Anybody can give mantle to anybody that he likes, but when God chooses a man, the choice of God is different from the choice of man. So it's very, very important we bring some of this attention, because most of the things that Uwazurike said to me was like somebody who have lost it. Somebody who have lost it. Now Uwazurike, who is supposed to be in a position to unite us, is busy dividing us, telling us that somebody from Anambra and somebody from Abia and somebody from Igbo is not, the Igbo or Biafra nation is no longer one before Uwazurike. That they believe that when Biafra come, we'll be maintaining this same boundary that have divided us. When you listen to what Uwazurike is talking about, you will know that Uwazurike does not even understand the ideology of Biafra. And when you listen to him, you see the reason why God have raised somebody else to lead us in this journey. Because Uwazurike in his last video also said that he is a stakeholder in Nigeria. Mazi, you listen to that part where he said that he's a stakeholder in Nigeria. Now, how can you be a stakeholder in two nations? You are fighting to get out of Nigeria, and you are still a stakeholder in the same Nigeria you are fighting to get us out from. You see, so the contradiction will bring them here. If you love what you are doing, support us. When the time comes, you call in and make your contribution. If you don't love what you are doing, you can shift to other pages. There are a lot of Biafra issues that are going on other pages. But here on Biafra television, we pay attention to details, because those details are the things that structure this struggle. And it is our duty to point out to Biafrans where they are not seeing. So on that note, I want to play this video. And Mazi, I don't know if you still have the time after the video to bring little analysis, or you want us to use this video to close the program. Then we come back tomorrow.
Yeah, definitely. I've told Biafrans we are going to go on in analyzing the video as from tomorrow. It's very, very important in support to what you have just said. Actually, we in a family we disagree to agree. You might not agree to my opinion today, but when you sleep over it, it can start making sense to you. Okay, it can start making a very good sense to you. So it's very, very important. Look at the arithmetic is very, very simple. Go and bring out your facts and your figure. We know that something transpired. Mazin cannot come to radio and started learning. That is the only problem. Like me and myself, I have to tell you also that I have a personal problem with Uchemofo. And my personal problem with Uchemofo, I don't know what is your problem with it, or if you might not equally have a problem with Uchem. But my personal problem with Uchemofo, you start calling our leader a liar. A man that you have deputized for a very long time, promoted for 1 million times, only in one meeting that you are holding with friends, you want to tell them what has been going on. In that one meeting, you start calling the same man. You now make a comment against the same man, calling him a liar. That is my personal problem today with Uchemofo, that any day I will be opportunity to call Uchemofo, or any day that I will be opportunity to talk with Uchemofo, I will tell him, my problem with you is that in one singular meeting, you made that you wanted to talk to friends, that you call our leader. You said you said our leader lied. So it is
Why it
general,
is a
but to me,
problem is
but for
because
me,
the video leaked. The video leaked. If that video didn't leak, do you know what he has said in the past behind that nobody knows about? We are talking about this one because that one leaked.
yeah, and that one makes me to have a personal problem with him. You know, it's very, very important that some of us will begin to understand. Nandi Igbo si no uche ka efi ka uche ka no uche ka okenye ji agbaru efi ọsọ. And anya ka eji eke ihe no n'ofe. There is certain things you can never be direct on. It has not come to the point that we have tried everything to resolve whatever thing that is his problem. Though to him, he might be thinking that things that have been tried, he has been satisfied with it. But he can never say that he has tried everything to resolve issues, to resolve internal issues. He can never say that. And watching all of us who are making effort towards this, who yielded to the call that he did, that Uchemofo did, and the call that Mazin Nandekanu did for this very struggle. And we are here, all of a sudden, we and you that are chasing animal, in one meeting that I had you organize, you started telling us that our leg looked like the leg of animal. That is not fair to me. It is unfair treatment. That it doesn't matter what has happened, but it has not come to that point. And what he uses to say that Mazi was lying, it is based on assumption, not that he's telling us any practical thing that is real, that happened, that he can bear witness that this is lying. That before this moment, how can you then assume? Because that moment where he called Mazi a liar was actually Ida Konuche. That Mazi was on the radio and was saying that Nigerian has hijacked Radio Biafra. He assumed that it was what was happening on the ground. That is the reason why Mazi was saying. But it might, when you brought Mazi now in this very context on what happened and why he made that announcement, you will equally discover in his conscience that he does not have Uchemofo in mind. That he does not have anything that is happening on the background in mind for saying that. It has happened to me several times where people have to judge your conscience. Where people have to judge their conscience for nothing. Just then they will conclude. It has happened. It has happened to different people also. So that is my personal problem with Uchemofo, that in that context in which he said Mazi was lying, because Mazi never said that Uchemofo has joined Nigeria to hijack Radio Biafra. If he has sounded that way, then it would have been a clear evidence that Mazi was lying when he said that I joined Nigeria to hijack Radio Biafra, that here this is what is happening. But Mazi did not mention your name. He was on the broadcast, like as I'm in broadcast now. And I say something, and you think that the reason why I say this thing is because me and you will talk this and talk that in the background. While I say something that I said in order to deliver my message or to be able to give out the information that I'm trying to pass.
And also based on the circumstances, clear circumstances.
Based on the circumstances that it was even at that time that we have seen a breaking news that they are giving out 600 million to see anybody who can
to track down the Radio Biafra. Mazi, let's proceed with the video right away.
So yeah, now as you are preparing for the video, let me land with the Uchemofo issue that I raised. So that makes me to have a personal problem with him, that if a man in his position can be judging by assumption, that is very bad. We are on a high risk, because the Bible said you should not give a wine to a king, or else he will pervert judgment. So that is a pervert judgment, to have judged Mazi based on assumption and say he was lying. So I have personal problem that anytime I have the opportunity to call him the way he called Uwazurike, I will settle that score with him, because a man in his position did not supposed to do that. Thank you, Mazi Pat. You can go ahead and play the video.
Thank you very much, Mazi Solomon. Let's play the video that is causing the controversy.
Oge anyị na-ekwu okwu anyị nwere ihe dapụtasịrị m ngwara ya, mana m bụ onye ngwara ya mbụ. Ihe m ji na-ekwu okwu a kịta bụ na achọrọ m ịgwa ndị mmadụ ka ha ghọta na ihe dị otu a mere. Oge m siri na prison nata na 2007, Ojukwu nabatara m, ndị ọhaneze ndị Igbo nabata m ọfụma, mere m pati na Ojukwu n'izuzu ya ise na nekwa onye ya wepụtara, ọ bụrụ na achọ ya ga-afọ ya na ọ bụ Uwazurike ga-anọchi ya. Ya ka ọ gwara ndị pres, gwakwa ndị ọbụla n'ebe ha, ma senators ndị soro m bịa mbọsị ahụ. Uchechukwu mere ije, may so rest in peace, na Ben Obi na ndị otu ha so mbata mgbe okwu ya n'ihu ha. Mana Ojukwu akwụsịrị ebe ahụ, dọkọgwa ndị ọzọ ihe dị otu ahụ. Ofu lọya ya kasị enu mgbe a na-akpa asị mọta, onye dịnta, ọ kpọrọ ya na be ya n'Enugu si ya n'ote ya n'akwụkwọ na achọ ya ga-afụ ya n'ọkụ Uwazurike ga-anọchi ya. Sam asịmọta Sam, ma n'oge Ojukwu nwụrụ, na iso resi perfect peace. Eze m kpọrọ m, tutu eze m ga-akpọ mụ na ya mara ma mụ onye ọbụ. Ọ sị na oge ya na-ekpe ekpere maka ịgụ arọ, ya kwuru ọnụ 10 ụbọchị ịtọ, ụmụ mmụọ agwa ya na ọmụ a ka a ga-enye ọfụ Igbo. Mgwelesi anya sanụgoto m ihe dị otu a mbụ. Ọ sị na oge Ojukwu eze Igbo na-anụ agha na 1967 to 1970. Nwanne ya nwoke a na-akpọ Tabansi bụ eze nri mgbe ahụ nyere Ojukwu ọfọ o ji wee chi Biafra oge ahụ n'ọkwa ya nwe ọfọ ka ya ga-enye m. Mgbe o rụziri inye m ya bụ ọfọ, nsogbu esi n'elu si na nata. Ụfọdụ ụmụnna anyị ndị Anambra asị mpa na obere nwa anụnwa ọ bụ onye a ga-ewere Igbo resistance agenda bụ Biafra nye n'aka, werekwa ọfọ Igbo nye n'aka, si na ọ bụ itere ndị Igbo, na ọ bụ ndị Anambra bụ isi na Igbo, na ọ bụ Anambra bụ isi na Igbo, na ọ bụ na ewere ọfọ Igbo nye ya nekwa isi resistance agenda ndị Igbo Biafra gekwa nke ha ji na-echikwa abịa azọwa ya azọwa ihe ndị Imo. Ihe a na-ekwu abụrụ ọkụ obere okwu ebido n'ụgbọ ọgụ ya dewe disclaimer na papers emegidere ya ruo to the extent that Anambra state government has suspended eze nri na-achọ idetron ya. Mgbe a ka ọnụ na-ekwu ekwu n'ala Igbo ji pụta ube okwu n'ụra anaghị ekwu si na ihe a na-achọ ime ugbu a na ọ ga-ebutekwa ọgbaghara n'ala Igbo, na ọ bụrụ na nwa amadi a savụrụ Ojukwu ọfụma, Ojukwu asị na ọnya ka ga-enye ya, eze nri si na ọya ka ga-enye ya, apụta enyezi ya na ọ ga-ebutekwa nkewa n'ala Igbo. Ebido kwuba okwu. Ihe mere mgbe ahụ abụghị a na-ekwu taa, o buru ibu, mana enwere mgbe o ruziri nke suspend eze na ịchọ dethronement, m si ọbụla otu a na m achọzi, mana eze resi mba na ọhịa ọmụmụ gwara ya na a ga-emerụrụ ya, si a na-edetron ya, si detron ya na ọhịa ọmụmụ gwara ya. Mana ka e mesịrị ihe niile a anya ọkụ agbanyere na enwere ndị kachara ma na High Court Anambra steeti nweta injunction si ekwene ka echi emijele ndị Igbo, mana emecha ihe niile anya ọkụ. O ji nye ọkụ maka na enwere nkata ndị akpasịrị, enwere mkpebi dị enwesịrị. Enji na-ekwu ihe abụ ịnanya na ihe na-eme taa na Biafra struggle, ọ bụ mainly ndị old Imo nọ n'isi ya. Onye gwara mefọ n'abalị gara aga na Biafra struggle nke taa, ọ bụ sọ ndị old Imo bụ Imo steeti and Abia steeti nọ n'isi ya. Ndị Anambra nọ mana ha nọsi n'isi ya. So onye Anambra pụtara ugbu a na-afụ anya nọ n'isi ya na IPOB bụ Jemefọ, mana asị na-asị bute ya gbuo ya, chụọ ya gbuo ya, bute ya gbuo ya, ha ga-eme ya nka, ha ga-eme ya nka. Ọ bụkwa ka esi eme ya, maka na enwere mkpebi enwe bụ na m si na mmesịa mgbe ọwụna eji chọọ ma ka afụ m ọwa Anambra ka a ga-ewerekwa ọfụ a nye odu Anambra ọfụ Igbo a m ji taa. Eze nri nyelụ m Anambra ga-eji ya. Leadership of this struggle m ji Anambra ga-eji ya. Mgbe na-adịghị anya m ga-akpọpụta ofu nwa Anambra, odu Anambra chala acha m ga-enyekwe ọchịchị a Ojukwu nyere m n'aka, m ga-enyefe ya n'aka, maka na Ojukwu bụ onye Anambra, onye belesi anya ọ chọrọ ịma agbara nnụnụ nne ya ji felie nka ọ sị na achọ ya ga-afọ ya n'ọmụ eze nri mana mkpụrụ onye Anambra, ọ sị na ụmụ ọbụla na-enye m ọfọ ndị Igbo. Mgbe ọnwụrụ o ji pụta Anambra ka m ga-ewerekwa ọfọ a nyeghachi, werekwa the leadership of the struggle nyeghachi. Enweghị onye Imo, enweghị onye Abịa ọ ga-erufe aka, because mụ anọchitere na ha ọnọdụ ha. Ma ndị chọrọ ịbụ onye nke a, ma ndị chọrọ ime nke a, ma ndị chọrọ ime nke na-ekwu ya bụ ụmụntakịrị na-apụtakwa na soshal midia na-akparị ndị tọrọ ha, ndị oburu nna ha ụzọ mụta dị ọkpara. E nwekwara understanding na ihe niile a na-eme. Ọfọ na ogu ka Igbo ji aga, ọfọ ha ka enyekwa m n'aka ugbu a, mana ọ bụ onye obi Anambra ka m ga-enyeghachi ya for the unity of ndị Igbo, for the betterment of ndị Igbo. Agwara m efọ n'abalị si na mụ recognize all the factions in Biafra struggle. Gwakwa ya oge ọ na-ayọ m mgbaghara, m si enwe ihe ọjọọ imelụ m, enwere onye IPOB megidere m, so onye megidere m bụ Nnamdi Kanu, maka na Nnamdi Kanu bụ onye okwu ashị, ọ tụrụ ashị tụgide m, si na m na ndị federal gọọmenti ego, na m bụ sabotua, na m rapụla ịchọ Biafra. Ihe niile ndị Roma na ọwa ashị ka ya kwuru, maka na ha ncha bụ ashị. Ha ụmụntakịrị ọkpọkọtara dụọ ha n'ili si ha kparịwa Uwazurike. Ụmụaka enweghị m ike ịma m nọ ụlọ bịa fụrụ mbụ, dịka m na-agwa mefọ n'abalị, mana bụ okwunugo okwu mbụ si mba efunugo.
Maazị.
Yes, Maazị Pat.
I continue with this discussion. Do you have
eventually, if are listening to the video, you have to continue because so many of them wanting to hear the full story of what Uwazurike is saying here. So if you can.
Yeah, the video has finished. The video has finished. I'm talking on your own part. Do you still want to say one? Because that the language that the serpent started speaking in Genesis, that when you got to Revelation, it is because the serpent has become a dragon, but it is the same through the same language that you will understand that is the same serpent who spoke in Genesis is still the same serpent speaking in Revelation, despite the fact that the serpent has grown. Mazi, do you know that? Do you remember that we've analyzed this issue of Imo, Anambra, and people that were calling into Uchemefo's program, talking about Imo, Anambra, in the struggle and things like that? You know, so Mazi Solomon, hey, in fact, I'm short of words.
You don't need to be short of words because I said it. If person in your position also, Mazi Pat, can say that anything that is happening now is taking you by surprise, then I will equally begin to doubt how prepared are you? How prepared are you? You know, you must there is so many things to understand about this struggle. It's not only about struggle about Biafra. It's a struggle about a race, about people. You need to understand how our people behave. You need to understand how our people respond to issues, how they react to issues. There are so many things you need to understand so that when it begins to happen, it will not be taking you as a surprise. But I want you to understand something clearly here, based on what you are saying that I quoted, that the serpent in the Garden of Eden that deceived Adam, that deceived Eve, the serpent spoke a language, and we had the language of that serpent very clear. Then also in Revelation is no more a serpent, it is a dragon. But it is the same serpent that grew to become a dragon, because both spoke the same language. Now, when you are bringing this issue of divisions, which has been there for very long, Nigeria has done a lot of damage to Igbo land. You know that. It has done a lot of damage to Biafra. The people that come to colonize us, the instrument they come with is this instrument of division, divide and rule, you know, setting brother against brother, setting sisters against sister. And this is what we have been battling. And this is what our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, has been battling with over all the time that he has been here in this very struggle. So, but so many of them, yeah, you discover that they are the people who are actually engineering this issue of division. But at the end of the day, they are still going to be the one who we deny, and who we deny not dividing the nation, not dividing Biafra. But they will be the one that will use every means possible trying to divide us. So this issue of Anambra person, Imo State person, this kind of local politics has already been there for a very long time, which was introduced by the people which I don't even know, or even by the colonialists, by people who colonize us, they divide and rule. It has been there for a very long time. And Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has tried to make sure that this instrument of division died, were taken out from us. And that is why he's fighting to unite every one of us. So he shouldn't be coming up at this time. We have overgrown this stage. Me being an Anambra man is meaningless. It does not have any stand when it comes to nation building. When it comes to nation Nigeria, where you come from does not count first. What counts first in nation building is the citizen of the country that you belongs to. So as long as Biafra, the issue of Biafra is concerned, whenever we want to talk about the issue of Biafra, then Igbo man is an Igbo man anywhere. An Ijaw man in Igbo land is a Biafra. Igbo Anambra man or Imo State man in Ijaw land is a Biafra first. So it's very, very important that we understand what our struggle required. Our struggle does not require this issue that this man is from Imo State. Because he's from Imo State, he does not qualify. Or this person is from Ijaw land. Because he's from Ijaw land, he does not qualify. We must kill that spirit, and we must kill that instrument of division if we want to move forward. So Uwazurike bringing it up here, showing that actually we will analyze it tomorrow. I don't want to say a lot of things because so many people are, a guy was on my neck here that I'm trying to talk too much. But despite all that, all I'm trying to do is to educate our people here.
Mazi, anybody who feels, even our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, people say he talks too much. You know, there are people who can never understand when we speak because they are not wired to understand. But I believe that in the future they will understand that we are talking too much because there is need to talk too much. Because we cannot see, Mazi, we cannot see this level of division in a Biafra struggle where somebody in the position of Uwazurike is now telling us where he wants the Ofonogu to return to. The state in the whole of Biafra, Uwazurike have already, it's like Nigerian politics where they are now telling Buhari that he must give president to an Igbo man. So these people, you see that they don't have a different mentality from the Nigerian structure, Mazi. This is the job that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have been doing over the years, to break down these walls of, to create a completely new system for the Biafran people. Mazi, go ahead.
Yes, Mazi, they haven't renewed their mind. It's very, very important that we renew our mind in this very stage. It's not going to work for us. to use this kind of instrument of divisions in the struggle of Biafra. It will not work for us. It is not work. It can never work for us. So we must do everything to remove it from this struggle. It's very important. Yeah, if you are being handed over the mantle from Anambra State, has Enugu man has it? What about Ebonyi man? Now, what about Abia man? And if he's going state by state, then how can you now, at the present where we have Abia State, you say that Imo State is representing Abia? You know, so these things are not going to work for us. And Maz, this is an indoor issue. It's an internal issues that need to be resolved, because when people started calling Uchemofo, I came here and I told you guys that people who are calling Uchemofo and Uchemofo is entertaining, they are speaking the language of the serpent that we saw in the Garden of Eden, and they are now in Revelation as a dragon, but they are speaking the same language, this language of division. A man called there and said that the struggle is 100% Timo, 100% Abia, 100. Oh my God, we are together in this. We are together in this. There is no difference among us. Part is coming from Oboluku. Have the mountain gotten
So when is the mantle of the Ogun coming to Anioma in Delta State? Because we need it as well.
Yeah.
Anioma people need that mantle of leadership. Looking at the contribution we have also made in this Biafra struggle.
So, Mazipat, what you are going to do then, you are going to call Uwazurike also, because now Uchemofo from Anambra State has called Uwazurike, and Uwazurike now remember that
I'm very serious. I need to get Uwazurike number and call him to ask him when is the Anioma people getting the mantle of this for their contribution in the struggle for Biafra restoration. Because I know that he has some Anioma people in his cabinet in Masor, in Beam. There are some. Does it mean that those people have not made enough contribution in this struggle to merit this mantle of leadership that Uwazurike is sharing around?
We will analyze it in full tomorrow. We will analyze it in full. Because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has empowered us. He has empowered us. And that is why, that is the only place you can see that that man remained unique. He remained unique. Who can unite us like Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? Who can unite us? Who can make us to see Anambra man in Imo State man, and Imo State man in Anambra man like Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who has tried everything that it takes, both lecture, both everything, to make me to understand that I am an Ijoman and the Ijoman is me. To make me to understand that I am an Ibanke man and the Ibanke man is me. That I am an Igala man and the Igala man is me. That I am an Ikwere man and the Ikwere man is me. It is only Nnamdi Kanu who has preached that kind of message that makes me to see that I am an Irobo man and the Irobo man is me. That all of us are one. That is nation building. All these politics of, it came from Anambra. Then when you go to Anambra too, then Okuzu people will not agree with Ibuku. And the Ibuku will also tell you that somebody is firing me from from the WhatsApp. Anyway. That is the level I can offer. You know, I'm not comparing myself with anybody, but the truth remains that the little I can offer, the little you can offer, we need it. We need it. That little one you can offer with your English mixed with Igbo or with your broken, we need that little. It's very, very important, because those people that compare themselves with one another are not wise. God bless us in different capacity. God, the natural gift that God gives you is what he gives you so that you can shop from it. Okay? So if you take that your gift and give it to everybody, then it's not going to be special anymore. Nobody will look for it. Nobody will buy it. So you must know that you are unique in your own personalities. And the Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is the person who has actually made us to understand we are one people. We are one people. The people that divide us are the people who come to colonize us when we are on our own, living in harmony, living together as a people. So we love Mazi Nnamdi Kanu message. It's very, very important. This message of Uwazurike, Anambra man in the, oh my God, it is very, very unfortunate. It's very, it looks very poor on his own side to have mentioned or say such things with his own mouth.
Mazi Solomon.
Yeah.
Mazi Solomon. From the point of view, I don't want to take much of your time because I don't even want us to dwell too much on this issue. I think we'll just have to run this issue clearly, because coming back on this same issue again, there is nothing we're going to say tomorrow that we haven't even said today, Mazi Solomon. I believe that we'll just end this issue today so that by tomorrow we'll be able to move into other things. You understand what I'm saying? I know that your time is limited, so but let's see how we can cut it short. I wanted to give Biafra the possibility to call in, but I don't think that possibility is here because you also have to go out for other things, you know. And we bringing this Uwazurike issue again tomorrow will be because everyday events are coming up by the minute, and we have to keep track to events, you know. So coming back again, like we promised Biafra, that will be coming back on this topic again tomorrow. It will become an old news. For me, it will be boring. So what I wanted to say is that there is always this reference you make in the Bible about Saul and David. And here we see that event playing again, where David was raised from nowhere and Saul went after him. And most probably, the offer that Saul had was handed to him by man. But God chose David. So I don't know how you can break it down so that Biafrans can understand how history is repeating itself. So we'll be able to round up this program so you can have your rest, Mazi Solomon.
Yeah, Mazi, I've analyzed it in two ways. That God is the only one who has anointed king while another king is still sitting. He did it when he anointed David while Saul is still the king of Israel. You know, the choice of God is not the choice of man, and the wisdom of God cannot be compared with the wisdom of man. His wisdom, as the heaven is far above the earth, so is the wisdom of God is far above the wisdom of man. So God, when God makes choice, his choices supersedes every other choice of human. That is what we need to understand. I said to somebody in the morning when you are hearing our conversation, I said, God cannot finish what he does not start. God is only involved to finish what he starts. He doesn't come in the middle. So now I analyze it that when God chose David, then the only thing that would have saved Saul from the shameful death that he died of, is to have accepted the position of God in the regard of his choice, at the regard of his choice. What Saul could have done is for him to recognize the position of God for choosing David. But he failed to do so, and because he failed to acknowledge it, then that led to his shameful death. And for him also to refuse to accept the position of God over David, also made him to push David to become more sophisticated. Because it's at the result of Saul refusing to acknowledge the position of God over David, that makes him to push out David, and David went out with some men and those men become the mighty men of valor. They become the mighty men of David. Now, in this scenario also, you can see that what Saul did today is exactly as what most of these people in the eastern region, they are gang up to proscribe IPOP. How hurried they went to proscribe IPOP is the same scenario of what happened with David and Saul. That Saul went fast to proscribe David and chased David out of the city in looking for him to kill. And it also happened with Jephthah. Jephthah was proscribed by his brothers because they say that his mother was not properly married. They proscribed Jephthah, and Jephthah went out, and Jephthah now gathered so many common men, and they made them warrior. That it comes to a time when Israel ran into troubles, that they have to go and beg for Jephthah to come and be their king. And this is the man they proscribed. So all these things are just playing out in the issue around IPOB. That this same IPOP that you see today, that they rush to proscribe, is the same IPOP who came back and they be able to organize a security outfit that they were not able to do by themselves. And this is a sign that makes people who know knowledge and know history, this is what will make them to be able to read the handwriting on the wall. But now, even at that time, Christ was a Messiah. He came to save the children of Israel, but their eyes were so blind that they could not see anything good in our Lord Jesus Christ that come to save them. That in many ways, they are still looking for the Savior, while the Savior is there busy working in their midst. They proscribed him. They took him to slaughter. They took him to crucify him. And history is repeating itself. And yet people are not reading the handwriting on the wall. So all these things are important for us to understand and for us to articulate and for us to read, because so many of us, we claim we are Christians, we read all these portions, and when it's happening around us, we never. Last time, Mazi, we watched a priest or a pastor who actually changed himself into a mad person and was sitting in the front of the church begging. He disguised himself, and the church members could not recognize him. And he was busy begging, and most of his church members who claim to be serious people, they would just jump. Who claim to have loved God so much, they jump their pastors, which, if not for that disguise, they would be pretending that they love God and they love their pastor. You know? So now, until the time pastor came and they unveiled himself, and now people say, oh, is this our pastor? And we dumped him. The same way that when Messiah will be walking in the midst of the people, or when there is a Messiah in a generation, that generation, it takes some who are very spiritual to identify that this thing is spiritual. If not, they will only interpret it politically, they will only interpret it physically, but the spiritual significance of it, they will not know. And that is what went wrong with our Omenana today. And that is why you see the Omenana is dying. Why? It's because the spiritual significance, the meaning of those traditions and those activities that people are engaging to, they miss the meaning, the spiritual meaning of those activities. those activities. So therefore, they are doing the physical activities, but what that physical activities represent spiritually, they don't know. They are ignorant. So therefore, the power that the people who know the spiritual meaning of what they are doing, the power they have, you discover that the people who are practicing the same phenomena today don't have the same power. They don't have the same power because they are doing something they don't understand. They are doing something they don't understand the real meaning. That's why Igeji, for so many of them, they have the offer, but the offer is not working because they don't know the spiritual meaning of what they are practicing physical. So that is what is happening. I don't intend to go spiritual, but I'm trying just to bring a knowledge that individually you can be able to research on this very knowledge. You can be able to meditate on them by yourself. Whatever we are seeing today in our society has happened. It has happened in the Bible in several places. But at the end of the day, you will discover that the choice of God is not the choice of man. God has a reason for choosing. What God sees to make a choice, man cannot see it. Man cannot see it. So you can be seeing like when Samuel went to anoint David. He went to to his father's house. He saw so many people who could have been chosen to be a king. Even the prophet that was making the choice, that God was using at that moment, even his own mind was deceiving him because the people he saw that are qualified are not the choice of God. The people that he was seeing in his mind as a prophet, as just in a human, they are not qualified for the choice of God. Then God have to go and look for one small boy somewhere in the bush, while the hefty men who physically are qualified, a position that the man of God came there to anoint someone for, but they are not qualified in the eyes of God, though they are qualified in the eyes of men. So these are the spiritual meanings which we have to be reading over things, and we have to be meditating on some of these things that were said and written in the Bible, so that when they are repeating themselves, we will be able to know. When God comes to save people, he always comes in the form of these guys. God came to save the Israelites, to give them salvation, which he promised them in the wilderness. But he did not come like the thunder they saw in the mountain. He did not come like the mighty wave that they saw in the mountain. He did not come like the burning bush that Moses saw in the forest while he was keeping the animal. He came down and took a flesh of a man, incarnate in a man, and was walking among them. And this is the God that these people would have loved to see. This is the God that these people would have loved to embrace. Anyway, I will not go far into these things because I'm not in a Bible class here.
You're not in a Bible class.
So many Biafrans are not Christians. So many Biafrans are not Muslims. So many Biafrans are not heathens. So we are mixed. So let me not be doing it like say I'm bringing you into Bible class. But I make reference to that book of history, the book of the people, which also the people that are Muslims, they believe in that very book to have been a book of the people of God. So many things I refer to you there, you read it by yourself and you find out that matters are actually repeating themselves here. Thank you, Mazi Pat.
Thank you very much, Mazi Solomon Peter. You've done a great job. Thank you very much. I might let you go while I take calls from Biafrans. Let them speak to themselves. Mazi Solomon, I might let you go. I might let you go why I opened the phone for Biafrans, for anybody that want to call in, to call in. I might not even do much of analysis. Anybody that want to call in can call in so that Biafrans can interact within themselves. Mazi Solomon, I have to let you go now.
Thank you, Mazi Pat.
Sorry, because I don't want us to repeat this same issue again tomorrow. Let it be done and dusted, so we'll be able to move into other topics.
Thank you, Mazi Pat, for letting me go at this very moment. Until Mazi Pat chooses to bring me back again, my name remains Solomon Peter. Good night.
Thank you very much, Mazi Solomon. Thank you very much. So, Biafrans, thank you very much for being here. In the next few minutes, I would like to take your calls. The essence of taking the call is for you to also make your contributions. Call in and tell us what you feel. Tell us your opinion. And other Biafrans too can have as well respond. And the number is on the screen, 00393881779665. Anybody who wants to call in is free to call in, because in the next 5-10 minutes we might be rounding up based on the number of calls that are coming, so that we'll be able to attend to your opinion as well for some of you who have things to say. As regard to the Uwazurike video, some of the things he said, how he said them, how they have decided to divide the struggle for Biafra restoration along state lines. You know, not, oh my God. In fact, it's a shame that because most the Biafra region have been divided by this state, by the same government of Nigeria that we are trying to free ourselves from. Now, the same people who are supposed to know better, or who have intentionally, because I say it's a deliberate attempt to divide Biafrans along Imo State, along Gambia State, along Anambra, along Ebonyi. These are artificial boundaries that will not even exist when Biafra finally come. And you know, that is why it's very, very important that we appreciate the coming of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Just imagine if Uwazurike had been able to succeed to get Biafra. If Uwazurike have succeeded in making Biafra a reality, is this how he will be handing over power to people who he chooses? If, for example, that Uwazurike was the one that finally got us Biafra, that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu didn't come in to give us the education that we have today, to enlighten us the way he has enlightened us today. So when we get into Biafra, we will start another Nigerian journey by coming out in the public to tell us that the Ofonogu that he was handed over came from Anambra, and that Ofonogu will be going back to Anambra. You see the gossip that have been going on behind. You see the gossip, because there is nothing constructive that he actually discussed with Uche before. From what he said, there is nothing constructive that Uwazurike discussed with Uche before. From every detail that Uwazurike gave on that video, it was a total gossip. That Uche before called him to apologize, that he told him a story of how our late Odumegwu Ojukwu handed over the mantle of leadership to him, and that that people who are occupying position in the Biafra struggle today are all from Imo, and these are gossip that have been going on behind WhatsApp, so many WhatsApp groups. We have also seen that gossip on the new Human Rights Radio. The same gossip. And now they have taken the gossip to Uwazurike's house to beam Masob. So, Biafra, it is left for you to judge. Hello, caller. Welcome to the program.
Yeah, hello.
Yes, welcome to the program. Introduce yourself and tell us where you are coming from.
Okay, my name is Fidel. I'm coming from Lithuania.
Welcome to the program. Make your contribution as brief as possible.
Yeah, I just want to appreciate you guys for the education, the solution you guys, just giving to our people. For Uwazurike.
Somebody is calling. We have this caller who, hello, are you there? Are you still there? Hello, caller. Okay, just hold on. Just hold on. Let me reconnect you back. Yes, go ahead, please. Okay. Yes, go ahead, please.
So, yeah, what I'm saying is that Uwazurike is a failure, and then what he's just doing is just like, trying to stay relevant. Trying to talk like, it's just like, a failure. So, even discussing about it, just like, try to, it's a waste of time. So I just just want to say that let us just ignore him, because everything he said is just it has no meaning. It makes no sense. Do you understand?
Yes, I've seen people come. I've seen people
talking about what the Eastern security network that Nnamdi has formed. It doesn't make any sense. How can he do that?
Yes, somebody commented. Somebody commented.
Nobody.
Yes.
Don't people regard him. I don't even listen to whatever he says. So, and I encourage our people not to listen to such people, because they're failures. They can't get us anywhere. He has failed, and he has failed so woefully. All he's doing now is just to try to, to cover his face. You understand? So let's not make it relevant by discussing about him at all, because he doesn't exist. For someone like me, it doesn't exist.
Yeah,
it's just about his own personal, games.
Yes, thank you very much.
Personal game.
Thank you.
He has sold out his conscience. He has sold out his pride, everything to the Fulani.
Thank you very much.
What do you expect him to do? He can't do anything. He can't say anything that that will contradict what they're doing. He has to dance to the freedom of his master.
Thank you very much.
But I expect him that he thinks he succeeded. But one day, the day is coming so fast that he will come to realize what he has done to himself and to those. Because in the last video he said he has his followers in every family in Biafra land. Can you imagine that? He has his members in every family in the southeast, according to what he said. And I want to imagine what a fool is this man. Who knows about him?
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Yeah, keep all the good work. And
thank you. Thank you very much. Yes, we have another caller. I've seen people. Yes, hold on, please. Hold on, caller. I've seen people say, "Oh, Uwazurike, I received a message. Somebody dropped a comment and said, Uwazurike comment doesn't deserve analysis. It belongs to the old order, and old things have passed away. Nnamdi Kanu have brought a new thinking, which is superior to Uwazurike mundane mindset, a mindset that has delayed the struggle for Biafra restoration." So, like I said earlier, most of the time we bring some of these issues. We bring some of these issues to the front burner, not because we have all the time in the world. We bring this so that we would help Biafrans to digest some of these issues, because not everybody have the capacity to digest the stupidity of certain people who claim to be leaders in the struggle for Biafra restoration. When they speak like children. And sometimes you need people to actually bring this important, because somebody like Uwazurike, there are still people looking up to him who believe that anything he says is important to them. As much as you don't see Uwazurike as relevant, there are people who see him as being relevant. And those are the people we are communicating to. So that we'll be able to point out some of the flaws for them to see that, Uwazurike actually do not deserve attention, really. But we have to bring this attention so that Biafrans will see clearly. Because many Biafrans cannot Not every Biafran have a good sense of judgment. And that is why we are making it a point of analysis, so that, it will help awaken the mind of our people and also give attention to details. Hello, caller. Welcome to the program. This is Biafra Television.
Hello, my brother. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Welcome to the program. Introduce yourself and tell us where you are coming from.
My brother. My name is Maxim, Mr. Dike, and I always watch your program. I'm very, very happy for what you are doing. So my own contribution is that Uwazurike matter. I have never listened to him before because I see him as a fool. If you watch Uwazurike, you see that he's not all what he's doing is out of line. Nobody in Eastern State can say I like Uwazurike because all what he's doing is nothing. So our own people, all of us, if you go to the east today or southwest, if you see how Nnamdi Kanu addressed his state, he said Eastern States, didn't mention anywhere, all, both Bende, both Kali, both Delta, Akwa Ibom, all of us are it. That is what he said. So anything Uwazurike is saying, I know that something like this will come out, but we supposed not to care, because we know that the supporters will always bring something new. The same way they did to Jesus Christ, the same way they will be doing to Nnamdi Kanu, God will do his work. So we don't need to be care. But I thank you for what you are doing, my brother.
Thank you very much.
Always telling you to do more.
Thank you very much.
Because listening to you bring more energy to me. Sometimes like this, it's like if I should go there and do my work.
Yeah, these are the
but
things.
When I listen to you,
yes,
you are always bringing more energy to my life.
These are the things. That is the reason we are here. That is the reason we are here. Because thank you very much. That is the reason we are here. So that Biafrans will not be discouraged when they hear people like Uwazurike speak. Because I can tell you the psychological effect it can have on some of our people. You might not understand. You are not as strong as any other person. There are people who are so weak in their mind that they need refreshment. When they hear Uwazurike come to speak, they want to faint. Some of them even cry in their secret because the level of disappointment is so huge that they need counseling. And that counseling is what we are bringing. To tell our people that as much as Uwazurike is a failure, that there is still hope. Because from what this video have given us another expose of the failure of Uwazurike to go beyond Nigerian state boundaries. That Biafra is not about Igbo. When you hear Uwazurike talk about Biafra, he's speaking as if Biafra is all about Igbo speaking state. Uwazurike is one of the people who believe that Biafra is only 5 states in Nigeria. If you interview him very well, Uwazurike is one of those who see Biafra as a 5 Igbo states in Nigeria. Because his body language speaks the language, the same thing. Uwazurike doesn't even see the people of Anioma in Delta State as Biafrans. To be frank with you. Because if you see the people of Anioma as Biafrans, you wouldn't be talking about handing back the mantle of leadership to somebody in Anambra. What about the people of Anioma in Delta State? What about the Jaws and the Shekiris? What about the Robos? When is the mantle of this mantle that our late hero Odumegwu Ojukwu gave you? When is it going to get them? Since you have not decided that the mantle that was handed over to you will be shared among the state. Now, have this mantle that you are trying to defend, has it gone to Abia State? Because you said that those who have been in the forerunner of this agitation are the old Imo. So you are not the one representing the old Imo. Then Uchemefo will now represent the Anambra in the same struggle where we are fighting as a family, one people to free ourselves. Now we are dividing ourselves among states, and now when we divide ourselves among states, will get down from within that Anambra. You still have to divide yourself in local government. So by the time this mantle starts shifting, every local government in Anambra will now be struggling for this mantle. And when one local government now finally gets the mantle, it now results into village fight. Then when he gets to the village, if one village in that local government finally take the mountain, it will now resolve into family fight. That in the family, who is going to be handed over the money. You see the stupidity. And that is why we are bringing this issue, because it's worrying. And Biafrans need to see from a broader perspective that Uwazurike is not here to unite us, but he's here to divide us. And we are not saying it based on assertion or based on our feeling or thinking. It is based on what is visible from the video he presented to us this morning, that he took mantle of leadership from our late hero, Uwazurike, that because the mantle came from Anambra, according to Uwazurike, that he's returning the mantle to Anambra. Is it not an embarrassment? Now, just imagine that if Uwazurike have succeeded in giving us Biafra with this type of mindset, with the kind of mindset that he has, if Uwazurike have succeeded in making Biafra a reality, by now Nigeria would have been a paradise compared to the Biafra that was. And there is something he said again, that he, as long as he live, that before he died, that he will be handed. Quick means Uwazurike have already even concluded within himself. Uwazurike knows within himself that he has lost the capacity to give you Biafra. Because he said he will hand over the power, this mantle, to somebody else. Which means he knows that he doesn't have the capacity to make Biafra a reality. When you read in between that line, Uwazurike is telling you that in this struggle that he's not the one to give you Biafra, because he'll be handing the mantle of the struggle to somebody else. So he knows that in his time, he doesn't have the capacity, he doesn't have what it takes to give you Biafra. We'll have another caller. Hello, caller, welcome to the program. Yes, caller, welcome to the program.
Hello.
Go ahead, continue, go ahead.
Biafra TV, right?
Yes, this is Biafra Television. Welcome to the program.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, so what I want to say about what Uwazurike said, the video he presented today, means Uwazurike is not even ready to bring Biafra for us. But because what he is saying, according to what he said that Ojukwu told him to return back the offer to Anambra State. Returning back the offer to Anambra State means, and he said Ojukwu told him if he died, they should give it to Uwazurike, and when Uwazurike died, they should return it back to Anambra State. Means Ojukwu knows that Uwazurike will not get us Biafra. We will keep on running around till Uwazurike will die, and they carry the offer back to Anambra State. So if you look at it very well, you will know that Uwazurike cannot even give us Biafra. Uwazurike is a stakeholder of Nigeria. He cannot give us Biafra. During the time Ojukwu gave him that authority, Uwazurike was still a very young man. And Ojukwu gave him the authority because Ojukwu thinks that maybe he will get us the Biafra before he reaches 50 or 60. And now he is saying that when he dies, he will return it back to Anambra State, to Uchemefo. Everything that Uchemefo, they call Uchemefo maybe to Uwazurike, wasn't Uchemefo. It is Obienu, because Uchemefo don't have that brain. Uchemefo doesn't have that brain. The brain is actually coming from Obienu, who tells Uchemefo to make that call. And Uchemefo made the call. But to everything Uwazurike says today,
go ahead, continue.
It doesn't make any sense. So Ojukwu knows that Uwazurike will not give us Biafra. That is why he said, return it back. See, when he died. So we will wait till he died. And that man is not ready to die. He already married 3 wives. He's not ready to die. He's going to marry another wife next year or next 2 years. That is what I just want to contribute. So that Everybody will. I am from Imo State. He's from Imo State. I want to know it. He's from Ukwe. Uwazurike is a complete liar. He's a pure liar. Anybody believing that man, that person also is a liar.
Thank you very much. That is why we are here to expose. That is why we are here to expose the lies. Thank you very much, and God bless you, my brother. Thank you. Yeah, so Biafrans, thank you very much for your assembling here. Some of you have called in, you made your opinion known, and it is very, very clear. It is very, very clear that Uwazurike doesn't have what it takes to unite us to get to our destination. We must come to the reality. Because what Uwazurike have, to be frank with you, is a man given mantle. A man given mantle, which we respect, because our late hero, Dimegwu Ojukwu, in his wisdom, handed this mantle of struggle to Uwazurike, believing that he had what it takes to make Biafra a reality. But after all these years, that Uwazurike have proven that man-given mantle can fail. God knows that Uwazurike have failed. That was why he anointed somebody from nowhere. Because the mantle that the leader of IPOB, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, has, the anointing on his head, is not given by man. It is given by God. And that was why he came out from nowhere. God brought him out from nowhere. And today, when he speaks, you know, you don't even need to go to any native doctor or go into fasting and prayer, or his voice will convince you that this man had been anointed by God. God gave him everything he needed to do, all the equipment he needed for the job of Biafra restoration. There's nothing that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu lack. When he speaks, you will know. And that is the how God has prepared him for this job. God doesn't choose weak-minded people. God doesn't choose people who cannot, stand to defend his words. Because God have in his word said that I have not given you the spirit of fear or the spirit of timidity, but I have given you the spirit of love and boldness. And that is what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has. The boldness of Nnamdi Kanu speaks for itself. Not when you see timid people, you will know. Just like the ex-deputy who is now making calls. A timid man like Uche Mefo cannot give us Biafra. Uche Mefo is a timid man, and I'm saying it here. We have another caller. Hello, caller. Welcome to the program.
Yeah,
Mazi, welcome to the program. This is Biafra Television.
Biafra Television, right. Good. Mazi Patrick, I thank you very much for your good work, for your resoluteness. I remember the one.
Welcome to the program. Welcome to the program.
So, I don't give them any attention, all those people. Since I run this brother, one of our brothers that live in Germany, and the one that lives in Turkey, that later went to Africa, later deported to Africa now, no? Since I talked to them, and they couldn't understand what I'm talking about, what we stand for, then I don't talk to them anymore. I just focus on what we are doing. So, and we are making great. Obudiji are doing great, and IPOB are doing great. I thank Ohamadike, the way he stands to defend our land, because as he said it, our land has been, defended. is safe now by Eastern Security Network. Yes, that is a good and great movement that our leader made, you know. So I let everybody to know that what we are doing, we don't look at Uwazurike. We don't look at them. No. If we are looking at them, we will not be, you know, if our leader stands and we address their what they say, we will not go anywhere. So don't look at them. We move on because it's a division of labor. It's a division of labor. We never finish dividing work on those that is growing up. Talk more on those people that are talking blah blah. We don't look at those people. Let nobody look at those people, man. You understand? So let everybody glorify himself and ourselves for the final revival, because the final revival will come and nobody will know. If you do prepare yourself, you will not know the time it comes. You understand me? And if you don't know the time it comes, I don't know what happens. You know? So our leader is a sent from people Kakabia. Let me say it louder. I am talking from OBDJ IPOB. You understand me? I am talking from OBDJ IPOB. And OBDJ IPOB stands for IPOB and our leader. Nobody on this planet Earth can stand our leader and go. Let's stand against our leader, go free.
Thank you very much, Maziag. Thank you very much for calling.
Let them know that one. Let them get it in mind that nobody stand down against our leader, go free.
Thank you very much, Mazi. Thank you very much, Mazi. Thank you for your call.
Thank you very much.
Yes, so thank you very much, guys. I'll be rounding up now. If I'm giving you 2-3 minutes, if you want to call in, the number, let me put the number back on the screen. And somebody was asking, well, it's not a relevant question. If God chose our Dimo Ojukwu, if God chose him, definitely the circumstances that our that brought Dim Odimego Ojukwu to the limelight is the circumstances that still live today. And by every ordinance, it is very clear that God actually put him in a position where he could stand and defend his people between 1967 to 70. You know, because the respect that the Biafrans have today was as a result of that war. The war of 1967 to 70 that Nigeria tested with Biafrans is one of the respect that we have today. You know, because Nigeria is a state who believe in confrontation. They thought that the war would last in 3 weeks like they projected, but the war ended up lasting in 3 good years. You know, and that have been the reason the Nigerian state have not wiped out the Biafran people, because they know they tested us in 1967 to 70. They saw what the Biafrans were capable of doing, and that was why they've been holding themselves over the years. Had we not fought that war, by now we would have been invaded. The invasion you are seeing today have been a long-term planned invasion on our land. But that 1967 to 70 war was what halted the plan and that invasion. And now they are coming back in full force, and God have raised another man in the name of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and I'm very proud to identify myself with him. All through the time that Uwazurike was the leader of Masob, you know, we saw the activities of Masob. I saw the activities of Masob for some, but I was never motivated to join Masob. And if anybody had told me that I will even be in Biafra struggle, I would never believe it. If anybody had told me that I would be in the Biafra struggle, if somebody had told me 10 years ago that in 2020 that I'll be in Biafra struggle broadcasting and talking about Biafra, I'll look at you, I'll be laughing at you. Why? Because I looking at the leadership of Uwazurike at the time, there was nothing fascinating about Biafra. But Mazi Nnamdi Kanu came and gave Biafra a new look. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu came and rebranded the Biafra that we have today. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu gave us the sense of what it means to be a Biafran. And that is why you see some of us joining hand with him to make Biafra a reality. Many people you see today who are in the struggle for Biafra restoration came in because somebody presented Biafra the way it is supposed to be, the real Biafran identity. Not the Uwazurike Biafra of Anambra versus Abia, Imo versus Enugu. That's not the Biafra. That has been the mindset of what. That is why he's not able to go far. That is why he was not able to draw the crowd. Because he was even within that little space dividing the people. And that division is clear. And in fact, Biafra should be grateful. Biafra should, anywhere you are, be grateful that those who are supposed to bring division in IPOB are leaving one after the other. Because we've seen now that some of them are leaving the IPOB, we've now seen where they are pitching their tent. That if Uche before today can be talking about Anambra and Imo and Ebonyi and Abia in this same IPOB, that is to show you that he doesn't deserve being in IPOB. Then Uche before doesn't even deserve to be in IPOB in the first place. Because for you to have gone into this discussion, we've seen his people calling into his program. These are people who have divided us along state line. They said that IPOB have been hijacked by Imo and Abia. And the Uwazurike have also bought into that thought. And these are not the people we need in the struggle. These are division elements that do not deserve. IPOB is one family, a united. Even IPOB have already even abolished the state creation of Nigeria a long time ago by calling it provinces. That when Biafra come, we cannot maintain the artificial states that we have in Biafra land today. But you can now see that Uwazurike is maintaining the artificial state of Nigeria within the Biafran territory. It shows you where he's leading you to. And the reason why Biafrans who are following him must reevaluate their position with Uwazurike and take a deeper thinking of the kind of leadership that Uwazurike is giving them. That if Uwazurike can be talking about handing off a mountain of leadership to Anambra person in this same Biafra struggle where we have a whole lot of Ijos and the Bibios and the Efiks in this same struggle. So where does the Efik man fall in? If we continue to share this mantle of leadership within the Igbo-speaking Biafrans, is it not a shame? Biafrans, let's judge for ourselves. That if we continue to share the mantle of leadership within the Igbo-speaking Biafrans, and these are the things they come up with, that IPOB is an Igbo affair. Now we can see who is projecting Igbo affair in the struggle for Biafra restoration. Now Biafrans can judge and the world can judge. That if Uwazurike and the Uche Mefo have already started planning on if Uwazurike and the Uche Mefo have already started planning on how to take over leadership, mantle of leadership, please, if you are calling, call on the number on the screen. Don't call my personal line, please. Call the number on the screen. The number on the screen is +39 388 177 9665. We'll be rounding up very fast. Don't call my personal line because I'm not going to respond. This is the number on the screen. So if you want to call this number and I will respond to you, and I'll be winding down soon. So IPOB have come to put the bridge. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu over the years have taught us that our boundary exceed even Benue, that our boundary goes beyond Benue. But Uwazurike is still seeing our boundary at the 5 Igbo states. And this is the man that will lead you to Biafra. Biafrans, I want to say thank you very much. It is my pleasure having you. I'll be holding another program again, not on this platform, but on a different platform, where we'll be speaking the Igbo language by 7 p.m. And I hope you will join me with other Igbo Biafrans. It's going to be purely on Igbo. So for many of you who are telling me speak Igbo, come there, I will speak Igbo on this program this evening. So come and join us. We'll be talking about bringing our wealth back home. And it's going to be purely on Igbo language. So Biafrans, you can judge for yourself. There is no comparison in leadership, but you can now compare between Uwazurike and your leader, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, who is more genuine in this struggle for Biafra restoration. You know, he's so much attached himself to the Ofonogu, though as if it is a chieftaincy title. Dimo Ojukwu gave it to me. He handed this Ofonogu to me. He gave it to me. He's so passionate. He's more passionate about the Ofo than the struggle. He's more passionate about the position that he's occupying than the interest of Biafrans. He's more passionate about the mantle they gave to him than the interest of the generality of everybody. Caller, welcome to the program. You might be my last caller for today.
Mazi Pat, you've been doing a lot of good jobs, you know, with Mazi Solomon, new letter left. This Uwazurike issue, I think I've sent you a couple of messages on your platform this morning. I've been listening. You know, I don't know whether you read them. Because this Uwazurike problem and Uchenefo. Last night on Simon Ekpa's program, there was a Reverend Father, Reverend Bob. He's an insider. You know, this is a Biafran veteran, you know, that was a captain. He headed a battalion that fought against Nigerian military. He gave first-hand information about Uwazurike. That's first-hand information. I sent you a message. I said, please.
Yeah, I will. Don't worry, I will go and look for it. I didn't follow the program.
Uwazurike is from the one. He never fought for Biafra. You understand me? Uwazurike never fought for Biafra. What Uwazurike did was he was just an opportunist trying to capitalize, you know, the issue of Biafra, because you know, in the act of all of us, if anybody comes out and shouts, oh, Biafra, Biafra, some of us will want to, you know what that person is talking about. But over the years, 2009 or so many years ago, Uwazurike has never for once. He claimed he went to prison, and people will say the type of prison Uwazurike went was also the type of prison our leader Mazen Nnamdi Kanu went. Because Mazen Nnamdi Kanu was arrested because of what? Biafran freedom. Uwazurike was not arrested because of Biafran education. He was arrested because he kidnapped somebody. He was a criminal. That was the reason why he was arrested. And he was even they were ready to execute him, to kill him, before this same Reverend Bob intervened. If everybody listened to that program last night, I think that's the conclusion of the person of Uwazurike from the horse's mouth. Because that's our brother, that's our veteran, Biafran veteran. He was a captain in the Biafran army. So he's giving first-hand information about Uwazurike. After that first kidnap, they almost wanted to kill him. He made a call and said, no, please, don't kill him. He even called the second State Department not to give Uwazurike visa to enter America again. And that's the truth. So what did Uwazurike do? He went underground, trying to sabotage the struggle, and even went to the extent of kidnapping our leader, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. And this same man called him saying, you started again. Release that guy. Release him. Yes, I'm going to deal with you. And then he released our leader. These are truths. These are facts. First-hand information from his mouth. You know, I've written a couple of things about Uwazurike. I know Uwazurike too well. This is my ex-in-law. Uwazurike never fought for one single day. All those myself noise is making for. He never for one day for Biafran restoration. He is now jealous, angry, filled with envy, greed, because what he could not be able to achieve, Martin Lamdekan achieved it. He was compromised. Uwazurike from the one took money from Nigerian government and came out some days ago to tell us he's a stakeholder in Nigeria. As what position is Uwazurike holding? And he's also coming up. Even the video you played on your program, you should listen to it critically. The same Uwazurike in that same video said, oh, the time our eternal leader Ujuku and some elders wanted to hand him over the offer and then making it jealous of Igbo land. There are some things that came up at the end of it. It did not happen. Meaning, nobody handed him any offer. So how could Uwazurike also come? The same video again, end of it, to say, if I'm gone now, I am going to look for somebody to hand over authority, maybe Anambra person, not him, Abia. Uwazurike, how old is Uwazurike? Me talking to you, I also have heirs of Biafran war on me. My name is Uwazurike. I'm not a little boy. I'm over 51. So, Uwazurike can come and show all this nonsense to come and bring unnecessary division, which Omeko covered him last night. Who is Rich Omeko? I live here in London. We started Rich Omeko long ago. He is no busting. People like us can say,
Hello, caller. Hello, caller.
hello?
Yeah, caller, welcome to the program. You just cut off our brother that was speaking. You just cut off somebody that was speaking. Can you hear me? Okay, man. So we have to round it up. Hello, Mazi, are you still there? Are you still there?
And yes,
Okay, somebody cut you off. So can you please round it up so that we can close the program, because we passed over 2 hours now on this program.
I know you've been working so hard and whatever. There are things people should stop frustrating yourself. Uwazurike is nobody. Which of the four is nobody. Both of them, they will never get into iPhone or anything. The family again. They are outside, and they are irrelevant. They are inconsequential. As far as most of us who know them too well can say,
Mazi, can you hear me?
They are nothing.
Can you hear me?
This struggle is about.
Can you hear me?
Yes, my brother.
You know them too well, but not everybody know them too well.
Yes.
And that is why we are bringing this issue, because many people who do not know Uwazurike will see what he said and believe him. And this is the reason, because as long as this issue has to do with Biafra struggle, as long as it has to do with our leader Mazi Nnamdi, there are certain things we might never ignore. Despite the fact that you know them at certain level, not everybody knows them at that level that you know them. And that is why we are opening this forum, so that people who do not know them at the level you know them would have the opportunity to hear from people like you who know them at that level, to be able to, shape the mind of our people to understand that these people are nobody, that their effect in Biafra struggle has nothing to, because many people will listen to this Uwazurike video and they will go inside and start crying as if what he said a big deal. You understand what I'm saying? So we pay attention to it so that we'll be able to understand that some of these people who are, we'll be able to pick holes in what they say. So we are not trying to make it up. We are not making up the story, Maz. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying.
No.
So when when we bring these issues, yes, when we bring these issues in the forerunner, some of you who understand very well should bear with us, because not everybody understand to the extent that you understand. Mazi, thank you very much. Thank you very much.
For your information.
Yes, thank you very much. We all know.
So many kidnaps that happened in Imo State.
Not just that. We have some of his. We have some of his security. We have some of his bodyguards who have also taken part in the kidnapping, who have confirmed to me they were his personal security guards, who have confessed how he used them to kidnap people. Thank you very much, Mazi. Thank you for your coming. Thank you for your call.
And the story was written. Thank you. God bless you.
Thank you very much.
Your good job.
Yes. So thank you, Biafrans. I want to say thank you. Past over 2 hours, and I have to let you guys go, and I have to go myself to prepare for the next program that will be coming by 7 p.m. Thank you, Biafrans. Thank you for your patience, and I'll be seeing you soon. Have a nice Sunday and a wonderful day. God bless you all. Thank you very much. And have a nice, beautiful evening as well. As we meet by 7 p.m., may the good God be with all of you. Thank you very much, and God bless you.
Naya,